CTR Media Network was created for today's podcasters. We provide a safe haven for content creators that are everyday people doing extraordinary things. We have a system of positioning, monetization training, coaching, and support for our podcasters' success. CTR Media Network simply bridges that gap with a level playing field for your dreams to come true cost-effectively. Our team provides a premium service and experience for our podcasters to grow. CTR Media Network provides access, support, resources, coaching, and community for our podcasters to win, if you put in the work. We believe that we are living in a unique time which requires you to share your message of hope with millions of people around the world. Remember that the world is never too saturated for you, your voice and message. A platform for positive impactful media where the content creators are in the driver's seat. Visit our website today by going to www.ctrmedianetwork.com.
I am every woman, and I have all the power in me. Anything I choose to be, I know I can do it flawlessly. I have control over my life, happiness, and how high I can fly. Power over my destiny is the one thing I love. I can reach the sky, the moon, and the stars above. A positive mind is something I will always choose to have, because I have been worse off and have come back better than before. I can be beautiful from the inside out, pick my own self up when I am always down, because I am a queen and my crown never falls off. I always know my worth and will not settle for less. If it ain't worth my time, I will lay that mess to rest. See, this is who I am and what I love to do. Follow my dreams and make money, so why would I chase you? Power is what I have. Flawless is what I choose to be. Loving myself isn't important to you. It's how I choose to be. So I won't hold my head down or feel sorry for myself, because I want the best, and that's what I deserve. So all these other women playing around, soon I will have the world. See, I want to be free and fly. Like an eagle, I want to reach up and touch the sky. This world won't hold me down with their standards and ridicule. To be who they want, and I won't be a fool. See, this is who I am, and there is no other way to be, because I don't want to be anyone else. God made me in His image, and only He can and will change me. Fly like a bird with the wind in my wings, gazing at the clouds. What a heavenly feeling. To be free, not to worry about what others will say. Because I love who I am, but I am still growing every day. With new challenges to overcome and lessons learned, I will be the best version of me. Loving who I am, and no one will take that away from me. I will never be perfect, and I know I can be better. See, this is a brand new me, and I am back, better than ever. I have found a new love for me. Too long have I sat being quiet. When others would disagree, I would change everything about me, leaving me miserable. And in the end, I was unhappy. And now that I found my voice, no one will take that away. I have found a new love for myself, and I have also found my inner peace. So now I can be fly and be free to be me. Yeah, I'm walking my own path. I want to be free. I gotta be free, and I will be free. To be no one else but me. I wanna be free, and I will be free. Yes, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Queen Candy Podcast. We always hope everyone is doing good. Know everything that's going on, y'all. So we finna get right into it, y'all. We always try to pick good topics, for our show, and this one will be no different. Think we had an episode already, and if not, it will be coming up, y'all. Um, about people giving their own personal opinion of your life, your decisions, and how you choose to live it. Now, being a Muslim woman, it's our job to teach and lead, but it's not really our job to judge. Number one reason is because we used to be like the same people we're judging and giving our own, personal opinion about. But, when it really comes down to it, like we said before, no one really has the opinion or the option to judge anybody. Whether we disagree or we agree with their lifestyle or however they living it, whatever they're doing, we all are going to have to pay for it, when that day comes. And we all know what day we're talking about. So we already know this. But, another thing that we think we as people, especially Black people, we fail to realize is whatever comes out of your mouth, whatever mistake you make, whatever bad choice you choose to do, we don't care how small it is. It affects other people, and we hear this almost every day, almost. People just complaining, whining, whether it be on social media, somebody that we know, somebody we used to know. We dealt with it and still are dealing with it from all, angles. And to us, it's so depressing because that's all we have time to sit around and do is complain and whine about the stuff we don't like. And then what gets us, and we understand, but then we don't, we complain, but we're not doing a thing to change it. You see somebody not living their life right, or you see them going down the wrong path and getting dead, or whatever it may be, you sick of this, you sick of that, you sick of how people look, how they dress, how they talk, walk, think. If you're not gonna help them, and maybe we need to get some more understanding, we don't know, but if you're not gonna help them, why are you sitting around talking about it? And don't get us wrong, we notice it all the time, but we always make these decisions and assumptions, and we don't really have the room to do that. We really don't. And, when you really think about it, you're just giving your own personal opinion. It's not backed up by nothing. It's just I. It's not we, or, my God says this, or, you have some kind of substance or anything that's backing up what you're saying. And that's the difference with us and our husband. We can actually say that. That's why you always hear us say we whenever we speak. We never just refer to ourselves and our own, emotional content, our own personal feelings and how we feel about stuff. Because when you really think about it, for those that know a lot like we do, he don't care. It doesn't really matter. If you're comfortable, happy, sad, sleepy, dopey, whatever, we can go down the whole list. But it really doesn't matter. Just like it doesn't matter to other people. A lot of people ain't gonna care not one bit about your feelings, about what you're dealing with, your personal life, what you're going through, what you got to go through to make certain things happen. A lot of people do not care. But like we said, they give their opinion, they just make their move just to benefit themselves, hurt somebody, whole 9 yards. We can go down the list, y'all. So it's crazy to us, which brings us to our topic of the evening. And of course, we found this quote online on Google, y'all, this evening before we decide to get on. So this is something that made us, one of the reasons, cut a lot of people off in our life because of this right here. And this came from simple reminders. Y'all can see right there on the screen that people really need to learn that their actions affect other people. And this is what we don't do. We just open our mouth. So be careful what you say and do. It's not always just about you. Like we just said, a lot of people just make a move, they make a decision, they get in their own little feelings, their own, emotional content, not even caring about the other person. Like we said, I think on our last show, we was dealing with the ex that's still till now. They ain't got the point yet. Still till now, trying to come at us at every angle, like we the worst mother in the world, and you're not realizing that what you're doing, it affects our daughter, just like with any parent. And we had to learn it because we was out there wilding out. We was just getting mad. We didn't care. And we wasn't thinking this either, that the decisions we made, who we chose to be with, all the things that we went through, it did affect our kids. And we never ever thought about that until the damage was already done. Now, and at that time, we were trying to fix it. And a lot of things we still are working on to fix, we'll be honest. But now we're learning more, especially, being learning Islam and being married. We have to learn, and you're always gonna be learning this when you're married. You always will. It's like it never stops. But it's good because it's teaching us and showing us that whatever we say or whatever we do does affect the other person. Especially when you in a relationship and you married, whatnot, it does. You can't just make a decision to make a move or step outside your marriage or whole 9 yards. Don't do any of that. Even when you upset, we're not saying, and things ain't always perfect, that's not what we're saying, but before you open your mouth, think about whatever words you can say, it might affect the other person. And a lot of times we don't want to understand that. We just selfish and we just care about ourselves. And, we're not thinking about what's going to happen to them or how it's going to affect them. We don't care about that because we just want to get our point across. We just listen to respond and not really to understand how the other person is feeling. But, no matter what, you still got to be truthful with them. We don't want nobody. And a lot of times we still don't want to hear it because we be so stubborn. Wow, it makes no sense. But we honestly want to hear the truth. We know at least where you stand at and how you really feel. And we may not like it, but at least we can respect you. You know what we're saying? When you're not coming at us from an angle and you just being straightforward. We can appreciate that. So, be careful how you speak to people. A lot of times, we're not even going to say sometimes, a lot of times, it's not what you say to a person, it's how you say it. And that's why people react the way they do. Just like when people talk to us, we just tell them, be real specific. Don't beat around the bush, just tell us, and we real thorough. So anybody that's ever came in contact with us, we don't care how small, we'll just tell them, we just gonna ask you straight up what we need to do, make moves, money, whatever it may be. And, we have to realize everybody is not the same way, but we expect that in return. But we can pick up and figure out real fast when we're not being straightforward with us. And the last part, y'all, it's not just always about you. It's not. Being married and being a mother of 4 kids, got 1 adult, we had to really learn that. You know, how we talk, our reaction when we would get upset or 0 to 100, as our kids used to call us. Even now, before we even, if something bothering us, we'll try to take a minute and just step back and be like, okay, calm down, because believe it or not, whatever you do or say to the other person does affect them. And a lot of people don't want to admit that, but it does, because they not would be reacting, period. They will not be reacting the way that they do if it did not affect them. So we don't understand for them why people say, I ain't upset, I don't have any emotion, blah, blah, blah. If you didn't, you wouldn't be responding. You just let it go and just let it roll off your shoulders like water off a duck's back. So it kills us when people say that, because we just sitting there like, then why are you going back and forth? Why are you exchanging words on any level? If it's not bothering you, you shut the conversation down. So obviously it's affecting you on some level, and we'll admit it. We ain't got a problem. A lot of people don't want to. We don't know why, but like we said, we can respect you if you can be straightforward with us. When we're trying to play the tough guy routine and all that, no, we're not buying that. We can see straight through that all day long. But that's one thing we had to learn. Just to step back, take a second. We didn't do this before. Take a second and just be like, okay, whether they right or wrong, whether you right or wrong, that's not here or there. But take a step back. You can't control the other person, but you can control yourself. That's real. And like we said, it can be dead wrong, but check yourself. So at least they can spit in your face, call you whatever. We don't suggest you stick around for that. If it's getting that far, distance yourself as much as you can. But if you're able to talk, in a calm, relaxing environment, of course, y'all going to say things in the heat of the moment. You're going to exchange words, whole 9 yards. But, if you feel yourself, just like with us, if you feel yourself, getting upset, or you're about to get worked up for whatever reason, step away, take a minute, take a breath, hear the other person out. You may not want to. A lot of us don't. Because like we said, we're only thinking by ourselves. Now I can't how it's going to affect them or what it's going to do to them. But take that second, just be like, if I say this, they may feel a certain way. Or if I do this, they may act a certain way. It's not walking around on pins and needles like a lot of people being married want to say, but it's just showing that person, we can agree to disagree. You ain't got to always agree with your spouse. You know that, right? You can still love each other and disagree. We married too, so we already know. So it's certain things our husband is saying. We like, you know what, baby, we ain't really agreeing with that. We're not knocking what you're saying at all. But we don't necessarily agree with that. And he's like, okay, cool. We don't argue about it. We don't fuss about it because it's really no need. He respects our opinion and we can respect his. So it's just a mutual respect. So it's not really, you walk around on pins and needles or whatever, but y'all can find a mutual, ground to meet on. Y'all really love each other. You really want to make it work. And just let it go. Some things, for real, y'all, whether, you think of my smile or not, you really have to have your peace. And when you really have that and you really love yourself, you really don't have to argue or defend. It's when y'all both righteous and y'all are both on the same path and you got the same mind frame and mentality, it's easy. Of course, y'all still, if y'all anything like us and our husband, y'all around each other 24/7, so you're bound to bump heads at some point. But that's natural. It's not saying y'all don't love each other. And this with family too. Family, friends, whomever. It's not saying you don't love the person, but sometimes you can't agree, disagree. And that's what's helped us, move on from a lot of things in our life. And, we had to really, man, if y'all ask our kids, they would tell y'all mommy would snap just like that. Y'all remember that song, 0 to 100? Y'all remember? That's how we used to be. Our kids used to actually call us that because we didn't care. And we said this on our show, like, we always felt like we had to prove ourselves to somebody. We always felt like we had to, explain ourselves or go back and forth in an argument, whatever it may be, or we gonna get the last word. You're not finna out-talk us. You're not about to outdo us. None of that. We ain't having none of that. We gonna get the last word. Even when we dead wrong, ladies, y'all already know, we will get the last word. We don't even care, but we had to really step back and be like, and we heard this in a couple relationships, like, you belittling me. I don't like how you talking to me. You making me feel, X, Y, Z, or ABC, whatever example that may be. And anybody that know us for real, like, we real straightforward. We very direct, especially now teaching Islam. And we
the world is not gonna be beautiful and cupcakes and rainbows and all that stuff. They gonna screw you over and kick you in your teeth and the behind, wherever they can kick you and just be like, what? So being a mother, and before that, before ever even having our kids, we went through a lot of hell. Then when they came along, it doubled. Not because they were in the picture, not at all, but being a mom and you dealing with that and balancing so much, it got to be a lot. But man, it's crazy. That's what kids used to call us, dealing with these knucklehead dudes we used to be in relationships with. For real, we was going back and forth, petty, whole 9 yards, y'all. It was sometimes we feel embarrassed because, like we said, we just been straightforward. But sometimes we do have them moments where we was like, you could have calmed down a little bit. You didn't have to go over the top like that. Like we said, whether they right or wrong, we really had to learn that our thoughts, our actions, anything we say or do, we're not the only person that exists in this world, and that's what we really had to learn. And a lot of people don't do this. Be careful. Be careful what you say and do to people. We are a firm believer in karma. We believe that whatever you do to us, especially when we ain't bothered you, it's gonna come back. We don't care if it was when we were dead or now that we done woke up and claimed our own and accepted Islam. Whatever you've done, you ain't claimed your own and repented, it's a wrap. Just being straightforward. That's what we believe. And we believe in karma. Whatever you've done to us, we heal, let a lot of things go. And that not necessarily forgave because we don't believe in that, but not holding a grudge either. We don't know if that makes any sense. Like we said, we had to let it go. Whatever pain, whatever anger, whatever resentment we were holding on to, we really, had to let it go. And like we said in this picture, we had to be really careful. And going through a lot of things that we went through, we've been done wrong by a lot of people we trust and love personally. And a lot of times, most of the time, you're not going to get an apology. A lot of things have been done to us till this day. It's been made like it was our fault. But we just believe that karma is going to come back. It's got everybody's address. You're not going to be overlooked. It's not going to happen. Whatever you've done, it may not be done the same way back to you, but please believe your day is coming. And yeah, we're saying that to people we know and to anybody y'all may know. Let it go. Keep moving forward. Heal whatever you got to do. But just make sure you're doing it in the righteous and the positive, and you ready to step up and be a leader. It's gonna happen to them. They're gonna get what's coming. Please believe us. They're not gonna get away with it. That's what a lot of people think. And that's one of the reasons why, and we don't recommend this either, people to hold a grudge. Because they feel like, and we believe this too, like, if I let it go, that's saying what they did is okay. It's not necessarily saying that. Even just like we saw in the picture, you still holding a grudge against somebody, we're going to show it again. Be careful about holding a grudge. It's not just about you. When you letting go, yeah, it is about you. But you holding on to that grudge, expecting them to, what's that phrase? That's like drinking poison. We might get this wrong and waiting for the other person to die or something like that. When you holding a grudge, that's basically what you're doing. It's like you holding your breath and you expecting them to pass out. No, let it go. They're gonna be dealt with. Please believe that. And that's one of the things that helps us move on with our life. It may look all good. They may make it look however they want it to look, but they're going to be dealt with. We can promise you that. So, just be careful about doing smaller things like that. It does affect other people. It does affect your future relationships, whether they be personal, business, whatever. It does affect you no matter what you say and do. You have to be careful what actions you take in your life. And man, we wish we knew. We wish we had somebody beating us upside the head and just trying to get us to not be as stupid as we were. But everything happens for a reason, and we give Allah all the praise. And wow, we still going. We're still going. We have come a very long way, and we've had to really check our actions, the way we respond to people, the way we talk. A lot of people, like we said, and we're going to keep saying this, we don't deal with anymore for different reasons. But we had to cut a lot of people off and really just learn how to love ourselves and find that inner peace. And can't nobody take that away. They can't, y'all. And it's on you. Everything starts with self. It starts with yourself, whether you want to heal or you want to allow that to overpower you and overtake you, especially with our people. And we're not really familiar with other races and things like that, but we just see our people, the worst at holding a grudge. We will not let nothing at all go. And we're wondering, and you should know, you're wondering why you're in the same spot in your life because you don't want to change it. You can't blame the other person. Yeah, they probably wronged you or lied to you, cheated, whatever it may be. But it's still up to you to decide what you're going to do with all that pain. What you're going to do, you're going to put it in something constructive, or you're going to keep holding a grudge and being like an infection to everybody around you. That's up to you. You can't keep blaming another person for the rest of your life. For so long, like we blamed our mom for not giving us the love that we needed. And that's why that was our excuse for getting with these little knucklehead dudes we were with. But we made the decision. Yeah, we went through a lot as a child. Yeah, we went through a lot of pain. We went through a lot of hurt. And this is no shot to our mother at all, because it did make us who we are today. It got us to a lot. So, like we said, it's not a shot at all to our mother. But yeah, we went through all that. So what? We can be mad. We can still be angry, or we can let it go. Whatever happens to them won't have anything to do with us. But we just had to really let go and move forward. Seriously, y'all. And we're going to show this one more time, and we're going to close out, And a lot of people we've dealt with have not learned this yet, that their actions have affected us, and we had to heal and really let go. So you can't just, and people, I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to do what I want. No, you can't. You cannot do that. Yes, you got to think about the other person. And especially nowadays, we don't want to do that. We just want to do what we want to do, feel how we want to feel. We don't care about the world, forget all them. And you wonder why you're in the spot that you're in. Be careful what you say and do to people. It's not just always about you. Yeah, you ain't got to be the victim. You really don't, when you really think about it. It's not just about you. You can be the leader. You can be the victor. You can be the successor. You can be whatever it is. But you got to overcome all that and think about other people. That's something we do not want to do. It's not always about you and how you feel. It's not really going to matter anyway. Either you're going to do one or two things. You're going to wake up or you're going to get dead. Can't be more blunt than that. You're going to keep blaming other people or you're going to rise up and take a stand with your life. Can't be any more blunt than that. You're going to keep holding a grudge or you're going to let go so you can elevate. Can't be more blunt than that. And that's what a lot of our people, Black people, do not want to do. And then you wondering why you ain't successful at nothing. You wonder why you're not doing nothing. You wonder why you're not growing. Because you're still holding on to all that baggage. You're still going on infecting other people, just saying and doing what you want. And you're not even caring about hurting them. You're not caring about what it's going to do to them. You're not caring at all about nothing but yourself, because you're not going to benefit. You're not going to get anything out the deal. You're not going to get no money. And that's really sad when you really think about it, because it shouldn't be about that. We are so behind as Black people because we don't want to help unless we can get something out the deal, unless we got to pay that person, unless we got to promote them. We don't want to just help them because we family or we don't knew each other for years. It's not about that. It's about money. It's about who can get the best deal and use this person the most. How we dress, how we look. It's a competition. And that does affect other people too, especially with social media. It does affect other people. But like we said, saddest part is nobody, they don't really care. They don't really care at all. And that's what you really have to do, y'all. You're not the only person in this world. You're not the only person that's hurting. You're not the only person that's going through anything. So really realize when you got that bed every morning, every time Allah allows you to wake up, you gotta get out there and be a leader. You gotta get out there and show everybody how to do it the right way. And a lot of us don't want to take on that responsibility. We don't, because it's too much. We'll gladly take it. We're not saying it's gonna be an easy path. We probably gonna have a target, but we'll gladly take it because somebody gotta do it, straight up. And even with the path that we're on now, it's not just about us. It's about helping all of our sisters and brothers. So the life that we're living, the path that we're on, how we represent ourselves, even doing our show right now, how we represent ourselves, how we talk, how we carry ourselves, it does affect other people. And it's not just about us. We got to lead by example. So, just realize that, y'all. And hopefully slowly but surely things will start to change. Only Allah knows. And, if He allows, hopefully things will change, y'all. So we definitely looking forward to that. But, we're not holding our breath. But we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. So we come to the end of our show. Thank you to everyone that will be watching this recording. Y'all can follow us. Y'all see our little social media right there at the bottom on our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and of course our YouTube page. Y'all can subscribe to that under the Queen Candy Podcast. And y'all can also check us out on WJR every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and on WUNK Radio from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Y'all see the website on the screen. Y'all type that in. You're going to scroll almost to the bottom. You're going to see a couple icons. You're going to see WJR and WUNK Radio right next to each other. You're going to go WJR Radio first and check out the other radio hosts on the station as well. It is available 24/7, y'all. So just so y'all know that as well. And also, we're going to start promoting this coming Sunday. Y'all can also check us out on Zeno Radio, which is available 24/7, y'all. So y'all can go check it out at any time. Y'all can hear music from the Queen Candy. Hello. And of course, y'all can hear some instrumentals from our upcoming music we will have. We actually working on that right now. We will have that coming, hopefully 2023. And also, y'all can check out music from our husband, KLG, who is the CEO of Military Camp Records, which we are the co-CEO of. Y'all can hear some of his music as well and some of his instrumental tracks. And also, y'all can check us out on the CTR Media Network and all the other podcasters as well. We are actually doing the CTR Media Network tour right now. So check out our social media platforms. Y'all go CTR Media Network. Check out the other podcasters on the network as well. And y'all can also go check us out every Wednesday. This is their Facebook page under WBGRTV. Y'all can check us out there every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, y'all. So y'all can check us out on that platform as well. And also, we mentioned earlier, y'all heard one of our songs, which is currently called National Anthem. Y'all can check out that song and our other tracks, I Am, Selfish, and Soul Survivor. We had a brain for you, Soul Survivor, y'all. And of course, like we said, currently National Anthem on all streaming platforms, which is Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Pandora, and any other platform y'all can check our music on. And of course, we got a whole list, y'all. It's going to be every show. We got a whole list. Y'all can check out our podcast on Anchor, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And last but not least, y'all see us wearing this every show, y'all. Y'all can go check out our website. Y'all see that at the bottom of the screen as well. That's Mimi's Paparazzi Accessories. We actually do sell $5 jewelry, y'all, as y'all can see right here. This is actually from our Fashion Fix set, so we're going to let that scroll for a second. But yes, y'all can check us out on there as well. And y'all can also check us out on our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn under Mimi's Paparazzi Accessories. So with all that being said, everyone, thank you so much for checking out the Queen Candy Podcast. Once again, everybody that will be watching this recording, and we looking at the computer and talk out at the same time. But I will be checking out this recording, everybody. We're actually going to close out with another video and of course one of our tracks, everyone, and we will talk to y'all next week. And we actually have 3 great interviews coming next week, y'all, from a few people on the network as well. And of course, a close friend of ours. We actually interviewed her before. We're gonna start promoting that, y'all. So y'all keep a lookout. But we will have that coming, everybody. Thank you, and we will talk to y'all next week once again.
CTR Media Network is a new standard of podcasting and media that live streams 30-plus podcasters. We reach 350 million global listeners worldwide in over 50 countries across all major podcasting and social media platforms and have featured over 1,000 guests. If you would like to be a part of CTR Media Network, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.